Hello, welcome to episode 248 of the Epic Film Challenge, continuing the Alien Anthology Marathon, Alien 3. This film is a complete departure from, well, not really, but I mean, it's so different in tone from the first two films. I mean, the second film was different in tone from the first, but the third one just goes far beyond that. This was I think it was the debut film, I might be wrong on that one, from David Fincher, brilliant director. And he directed Alien 3 and he had problems with the studio while he was making this film. He's kind of separated himself from Alien 3 now, which is a shame. Obviously there were a lot of problems and stuff on production, but anyway, this is a review about the film. Alien 3 follows Ripley as she she's woken up from hypersleep again, and she's on this monk prison planet, and full of rapists and murderers and so on. And there's an alien that came back with her in the hypersleep. So it's basically kind of like the first film, where it's just one alien, and it's kind of in this one space, but they have no weapons because it's a prison. So that's kind of an interesting twist. But this is such a depressing film. Sigourney Weaver as Ripley had her head shaved bald for this, and it's just such a dark, depressing film. And I think it takes it too far into the depressing. We get some more links from the last film with the Bishop character, who I forgot to mention in my Aliens review, Lance Henriksen as Bishop. It's one of my favourite film characters of all time. I love him, and he was back again for the third one in a few different ways. And Alien 3 is good, Charles Dance is in this, who's another brilliant British actor. A lot of British actors in this one. And it's done very well, and I enjoy it, and I think it's a good film. But a lot of it's quite depressing, and I think the ending leaves a little to be desired. It's kind of like, if you don't want to be spoiled, then don't watch on. But Ripley kind of like kills herself and sacrifices herself, and it seems a bit too much. I'm not sure. I remember reading somewhere that in Sigourney Weaver's her agreement to do the second Alien film with Jim Cameron, she wanted to have sex with an alien, she wanted to give birth to an alien, and she wanted to die. And she didn't want to use any guns or something like that. So she had these ridiculous demands, and by the end of the series she got to do all the things she wanted to do, because she kind of gets to have sex with an alien in the fourth film. But Alien 3, I think it's a very well made film. I think it suffers from the kind of the dissension between David Fincher and the studio and that kind of stuff. But I'd give it, for my personal enjoyment, I'll give it actually maybe just a 7.5, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, I think, because it is a very well made film, but it's very, very dark, depressing. So yeah, thanks for watching.